Well, hey folks, how you been? First off, before I get this video really started, let me say massive thank you to all of you guys who watched the previous video. Thank you guys so much. It is the relaunch of a channel that I had kind of honestly abandoned for a little while. I had lost my focus on what I was trying to do with this channel, and the success of that last video and the attention to that video has really driven me to continue this project. Obviously, the main motivation is to try to help people, to try to improve the world around me. It's something that's very near and dear to my heart, and I want to continue doing that. That's my mission. That's what I really want to do with this channel. The video that I made obviously was very much motivated by the situation that with the Biffles, Greg Biffle and his wife and his young son and young daughter, and their airplane crash the other day. It really came out of nowhere to really destroy a lot of people. Even if you didn't know Greg Biffle and his family, you had seen them in their development online. You had seen the life after his professional career, and that's really what a lot of people got drawn into. And I want to bring that up because there were a couple of comments that were made, and I deleted them because this is not a place for negativity. Using something along those lines, I don't want people to think that I'm trying to benefit off of a tragedy like that airplane crash, like what Cletus, Garrett Mitchell, and all of the folks that are around the Biffle family are going through. That's not what I'm trying to do here. It's an unfortunate reality in our world that people tend to pay attention to things that are terrible. They tend to gloss over things that are going positively. So, for instance, this terrible plane crash, it drew a lot of attention. The situation that drew Greg Biffle and Cletus McFarland together in the first place, the flooding in western North Carolina with Hurricane Helene, terrible situation. It brings people together. It brings attention. When you drive past on the road and there's a bunch of people slowing down because there's a car wreck, it's not necessarily because they're going to be involved in it. It's just because we're drawn to it as humans, unfortunately. We're drawn to that negativity and that crisis, that problem. And that's really why I did what I did. I'm not trying in any way to benefit off of that terrible situation. I'm just trying to draw attention and maybe some motivation from what happened. Okay? I hope that makes sense. I don't want you guys to think that I'm out here trying to ride the coattails of a tragedy to make myself bigger, better, richer, any of those things. That's not in any way what I'm trying to do here. It's just one of those things that was kind of the galvanizing moment for me with the loss of my neighbor and the other things that have been going on in my life, and the Biffle situation, seeing what he had become post-professional career. He really had an entirely new calling that brought a lot of attention from a lot of us who probably didn't pay attention to Greg Biffle before that. You may or may not have been a fan of his when he was in a NASCAR, but who he became afterwards, I think, in my world, in my view, was beginning to have an even greater impact, because he could be that spokesperson, he could be that figurehead, he could be that galvanizing force for good, and that's a great thing. And hopefully it inspires others, as it has inspired me, to go out and do some things to be able to help and improve the lives of other people. So, with all of that said, thank you very much for being here. This is Good Things for Good People. This channel is literally designed for and the purpose of helping people. That's it. No other mission. I want to be able to utilize this YouTube platform and this crazy thing that we have here in social media land to be able to generate money, to be able to help people out, and to call attention to causes and people that are doing good works. Not in a religious sense, but helping other people. I will try to stay as non-religious as possible with this. I'll try to stay as non-political as possible with this. We can all generally agree on who good people are and what kinds of things we would like to see happen for good people. And that's what this channel's all about. So, obviously, if you notice my look here, I am getting ready to go do some Santa Claus stuff. I've got my brand new boots, my brand new pants, and I got a whole brand new Santa outfit. And Santa and Mrs. Claus are going to go out on the town tonight. We're going to go have some dinner. We're going to go do some shopping. We're going to spread some cheer, make some people smile and laugh, take pictures with random folks, and maybe do a little bit of gift giving. I'll tell you what, anybody who knew me in my 20s and my 30s would never imagine me being Santa Claus. I did all the bad things. I did all the bad things. I lived a very wild and crazy life. Being Santa Claus was nowhere in that picture. I don't have children of my own, so I never really was involved in this whole process after I got through my Santa Claus years. But it has been an incredible series of circumstances that has drawn me to becoming Santa Claus. Literally, from my experiences out and about and doing what it is I was doing, I had some club owner friends of mine who asked me to become Santa Claus and do a Paws and Claws event for them at one of their local clubs, where I basically would just dress up as Santa Claus and let people come in with their pets, their their parakeets, their dogs, their cats, their marmots, whatever it was they wanted to come in with, and get pictures with Santa Claus. And it was the first time I'd ever done it. It was a complete coincidence, other than the fact that I'm a stocky, bearded guy, and I guess I make Santa Claus. It was never anything I intended to do, but it happened. It was just one of those random coincidences, and it honestly changed my life. It is a moment that I never saw coming that has changed my life for the better. And now I grow this crazy beard. I grow my long hair. And I'm about to go do some Santa magic, and I'm going to turn all this into full-on Santa. And it is an incredible experience for me to go out and do. It's great to be able to see the wonder and the excitement and the cheer and the happiness on people's faces. It is very hard to be bah humbug when you see a big fat bearded guy as Santa Claus. It really is. Even if you don't believe in the magic of Santa, if you don't believe any of this stuff, it's hard to not crack a smile. And even something as simple as a smile can really improve a day. And I will tell you that of all the things that I do in my year, getting to do this stuff for Santa Claus is absolutely amazing. It is a fantastic calling. I'm not doing this for money. I'm just doing it because it's fun to do, and it puts some positive attention out there in the world. So, I promise I'm going to keep this video short and sweet. They're going to be between 8 and 10 minutes every single episode. So thank you very much for bearing with me. Give me a little bit. I got to go do some magic, but you will see me in just a moment. There we go. Much better. So, as I said, Santa and Mrs. Claus are going to go out on the town this evening. We're actually going to go visit my father. He's still in a rehabilitation facility. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Going to go visit a couple of friends that are actually, unfortunately, working this evening. We're going to go out to dinner, and we will do our very best to spread as much cheer and wonderment as we possibly can. I would just like to say thank you very much to Mrs. Claus, who is the person that made this incredible outfit. Oh, there she is back there. Come here, Mrs. Claus.
I snuck out.
This is my wonderful, beautiful, talented, lovely Mrs. Claus. Thank you very much for making this.
You're very welcome. I love it. You look fabulous.
I love it. I absolutely love it. I am super excited for this.
It took us a while to figure out what you wanted.
Yeah.
But once we figured it out, it all fell into place.
Absolutely. So, everybody please say thank you to Katrina, Mrs. Claus. She's the one that made this possible, and she's coming out as Mrs. Claus herself.
This is my old outfit. I haven't had a chance to make a new one to match his, but
now you're going to have to.
Well, there's not enough material left.
Now she's going to have to.
We used 2 quilts for your hat, your coat, and your pants so that you would match.
Let me show you guys the whole thing before I let you go. This was made, as Katrina said, out of 2 red quilts. This is real fox fur. And I could not be happier with how this turned out. So, from all of us, all of you, thank you very much for supporting me. Thank you very much for supporting us. Get out there, do what you can for your fellow man. We'll make this world a better place, one person at a time. Thanks for being here. We'll see ya. Bye-bye. Oh yeah, and while we're out, Sam's gonna put his money where his mouth is. I'm sure there's some people I can give a little cheer to.